Hello, my lovelies. Let's do some shadow work. Let's see what things maybe we need to work on releasing or integrating. We're going to start with conversations with our inner self. This is for sale on the TikTok shop. That's where I got mine. So it's something that you can do by yourself. You can use these as journal prompts, or you can just work through the exercises kind of out loud with yourself. All right, let's see what maybe some triggers we need to identify are. So if these resonate for you, work through those however you see fit. Safety. What makes you feel safe, and why does this bring you a sense of safety? Vulnerability. What makes you feel unsafe and vulnerable? Dreams. Are there any recurring patterns or themes in your dreams that could represent your shadow self? Self-pressure. When are you the hardest on yourself? Masking. Do you ever feel like you're wearing a mask or playing a role? And anger. How do you cope with your anger? All right, part 2 is integrating or finding the balance. So let's see how maybe we can integrate or find some balance within ourselves. Self-discovery. What do you fear most about self-discovery? Repeat. I am worthy and deserving of love and acceptance just as I am. So repeat that to yourself. Boundaries. Do you set boundaries for yourself? If not, where do you see the need to? Needs. What are needs that you have that have been neglected? How can you establish your needs and standards more strongly in life? Signs. What signs let you know your shadow self is present? And jealousy. What can you do to manage your jealousy? All right, so if any of these resonate for you, these are some exercises that you can work through. Shadow work is something you have to want to really do to work through. Sometimes your spiritual awakening happens and it's at the most inconvenient time. So these are some things that might help you through some of your darkest times. All right, let's see what we have for the rest of our shadow work. What does the collective need to know this week? What are some triggers or things that are hidden from us that we need to be aware of? All right, so there could be some sort of love offer. Maybe it's been rejected. Maybe you don't believe that it's possible. Definitely some things that I feel like need to change. So whether maybe you don't feel worthy enough, maybe you've rejected a love offer already, maybe you just feel like you're going to be single forever, this could be an area that you need to work through. There's been a lot of imbalance, especially in love relationships, interpersonal relationships, family relationships. So there's an imbalance. We need to kind of get through that scenario where everything's an uphill battle and we need to find some common ground, or we need to walk away from the things that just don't work in our relationships and fix them. 10 of Swords. So someone's refusing to let go, or somebody isn't willing to maybe drop, they're giving me the scenario, bury the hatchet. So not literally, we don't want to do that, but I feel like there could have been a lot of backstabbing, a lot of betrayal, a lot of deceit, a lot of major like push and pull energy, a lot of butting heads. So there could be a lot of arguments going on, and that's creating a lot of conflict. We also have the 10 of Cups. So in the shadow side, these are both like reversals. So we're overcoming some challenges, or we need to, but I also feel like there's been a lot of imbalance in a long-standing relationship. Maybe it's a marriage, maybe it's just a long relationship, but I feel like that we really have a lot of lack, especially emotional fulfillment in this relationship. So we want to change that. We definitely need to make some positive changes forward by letting go of what isn't serving us to go forward. All right, Page of Coins. So I do feel like you need to start by maybe setting some goals. I think that that could be a struggle for you. It could be an issue where maybe you're making poor choices with your finances right now, poor decision making, poor planning. So we want to start by maybe making some checklists, or maybe make some plans for the future where we think about it before we actually act. Six of Cups. It does look like you are willing to let go of either a love relationship from the past or you're feeling really nostalgic. So that tends to happen around the holidays or if you've lost somebody at this time of year. So hold on to the positive memories and try and release all of the negative energy that's coming along with that. The Eight of Wands. So I feel like there's a lack of communication in a relationship. There could have also been an ending. You might be in no contact with somebody right now and that you feel kind of weak. I almost get the sense this person is kind of your kryptonite. So if they resurface again, it might kind of stir the pot. We are in Mercury in retrograde. That does tend to bring up things from the past. It gives you the opportunity to see if you want to continue this cycle or whether you're finally ready to close those things out. Nine of Swords. You might be done overthinking this. I feel like you might really just want a break and a fresh start. So if that's the case, make a clean break and walk away for good. Five of Cups. I feel like you are learning to shift your perspective and to see things differently. And if you're still in the planning stage, that's okay too. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room, look at things objectively, and then decide which direction you want to take things. All right, how do we find the balance? We're about to get a whole lot of different opportunities being presented to us. The world tells us that we can have literally anything that we want. We're going to have the world at our fingertips. Travel is also possible. Triumphing over difficulties, things coming full circle, and really major improvements are coming. The Nine of Swords, let's see. Nine of Swords. I can't read Roman numerals. So we do have this period of overthinking. You have the Nine of Swords out of both the light and the shadow of this deck. So on the one hand, you're really overthinking things. On the other hand, it's like you need to make up your mind and not let the doubt, the fear, the worry, the sleepless nights, the insomnia really kind of get you down, because I feel like that's kind of the mentality that you might be in right now. Doom and gloom, a lot of hopeless energy. The truth is, you're going to get a breakthrough. You're going to get some sort of new beginning. This could be a creative pursuit. This could be a passion project, a passionate new encounter, but you're birthing something new, and it's very creative, passionate energy coming in. The King of Wands, he could be bringing that energy. He might want to show you his big stick, if you catch my drift. So be careful. Sometimes when he's in like page energy, he can be somebody who's very non-committal. When he's in the king energy, he's evolved, right? So he's gone through his own transformation. This might be the offer that you reject. I feel like you might not be ready for a new opportunity to come in. I feel like this person is very passionate. They're very driven. They're outspoken. They're kind of the life of the party. They stand out. They might be not your typical cup of tea. This is also somebody who's usually very courageous. They might kind of pull you out of your shell. This could be somebody who's very extroverted. Maybe you're introverted. So I get the sense that it could be polar opposites. But this King of Wands is somebody who's usually a natural leader. He's very charming. He's charismatic. He's very attractive. So he's kind of got the whole package. Nine of Coins. So the fruits of your labor are going to pay off. All the hard work that you're going through, especially if you're doing regular shadow work and you're working on yourself, all of those things pay off. This is also financial success, material wealth, stability, financial independence, and that you are finally letting go of toxicity, getting out of the conflict, out of the chaos, maybe traveling, moving, relocating, all of those things to get out of the conflict so that you can move into a state of peace and calm. Seven of Swords. Be really careful of anybody who has tried to manipulate you once already. We have the Ten of Swords as well, so that tells us a lot of backstabbing, betrayals, hitting rock bottom. So be careful of the company that you keep. If something feels off, investigate further. Be very cautious getting involved with anything or anyone new during retrograde. Mercury's in retrograde until the 1st of January. All right, so you've waited a long time for these things to change. It looks like your ships are finally coming in. This could be a person that's actually well suited for you. I also feel like you've waited a long time for the timing to maybe be right, or they have waited for the timing to be right. Maybe you're newly single from a really crummy relationship and they're going to kind of swoop in and make an offer. You could be dealing with somebody who's kind of a bit of a tyrant, the King of Swords, somebody who's very analytical, somebody who doesn't really show a lot of emotions, and that might be a big challenge. We have a lot of emotional needs not being met in this reading. But somebody wants marriage and commitment. So whether that's the King of Swords, the King of Wands, you definitely have some choices to make. So fire sign energy, air sign energy, Taurus energy with the Hierophant. This is part of your spiritual growth and development, your ascension, and your growth. And this is a chance for you to decide what you want. It's also a card of marriage and commitment, but it moves very slow. Someone's gathering their courage to come forward bravely and make an offer. And I feel like this is going to help to stabilize your finances, as well as to give you kind of a helping hand. And the Five of Swords, there could have been a falling out with this person, some confusion and argument, so you might need to hit the pause button. There is a new love opportunity coming in. The question is, are you ready to take it or reject it? And there definitely needs to be some time.